For the last few years, there's been a perpetual feeling that Arsene Wenger's reign at Arsenal is surely coming to an end.And yet, just when you think it would make sense for the Frenchman to call it a day after 22 years no less, he manages to remain in the red half of North London. Not many fans could believe it when the 68-year-old signed a new 2-year deal last summer. Just 8 months on, everything that Arsenal's frustrated fan base feared is becoming reality. Arsenal have lost 4 games on the trot for the first time since 2002. Wenger exited the FA Cup at the third-round stage for the first time ever. Arsenal did not play Champions League football for the first time in 2 decades and are currently 13 points behind Tottenham in the race for 4th place in the Premier League. Factor in their embarrassing EFL Cup final defeat to Manchester City 2, and Wenger has precious few supporters left. Now, according to a report from The Sun, the players have turned on each other in the Arsenal dressing room. Following a 2-1 defeat to Brighton last Sunday, Mesut Ozil and Henrik Mkhitaryan were slammed by teammates for their lack of overall effort in the game and failure to track runners. Furthermore, everyone has had enough of Shkodran Mustafi and his tendency to blame everyone else for his errors that lead to goals. Hector Bellerin was also said to be furious after only learning that he was dropped for the Brighton game 2 hours before kickoff. That's despite training in the starting 11 for 2 days prior to the game. The report also states that Wenger gave his side precious little guidance for the trip to the Seagulls, and he rarely, if ever, reviews games with his troops to tell them where they went wrong. In fact, after the Brighton defeat, Wenger barely said a word and left the players to argue. It has become clear that the vast majority, if not all of the Gunners' dressing room has stopped believing in Wenger, and while he will be remembered as a legend at the club, he's only hurting his legacy at this point. Interestingly, though, The Sun's report also claims that Mikel Arteta would not be welcomed by the Arsenal dressing room if he were to succeed Wenger. The Spaniard, now on Pep Guardiola's coaching staff at Manchester City, is remembered for being far too happy with himself, according to the report.